remember when people like Tucker Carlson say we shouldn't be having a regime change or America shouldn't be getting involved in Iran or trying to cause a regime change in Iran because apparently regime change don't work? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It seems like the gaslighter has gaslit us all once again into oblivion because they're very, very good at that. Because apparently Tucker Carlson is actually for a regime change. It's not the regime change that you may be wondering or actually agree on, like the Islamic regime of Iran having an actual regime change there. No, we're actually going to call out and say that we shouldn't be getting involved in the Islamic regime change in Iran. No, no, no. We can't touch that. Let's defend Islam. But when it comes to Judaism, when it comes to Israel, yes, we definitely need a regime change there. It's time for Bibi Netanyahu to go. Remember when Tucker Carlson said this? Have a watch.
He's running around. This is a fact. I'm not guessing about this because I talked to people he said it to. He's running around the Middle East, his region, and his own country and telling people point blank, just stating it, I control the United States. I control Donald Trump. He's saying that. And I dare them to say that's not true. Bibi, not the nation of Israel, not Israelis, and certainly not Jews, whatever that means. The leader, the secular prime minister of a country is doing immense harm to Donald Trump's presidency, to the United States, and to the world. This is an unbalanced person whose only real concern is for himself. He's meddling in an extensive way in American politics. He's loathed by the entire world. He needs the United States, and yet at the same time, he has this patronizing attitude toward Donald Trump, demeaning Trump to people Trump knows, separating from Bibi immediately, I think is an essential next move. But objectively, that is absolutely necessary and very soon because he is hurting his own country, our country, and the world.
Tucker Carlson goes, it's time for Bibi to go. So again, Tucker is now pro-regime change when he was saying for a very long time that he's not in favor of regime change. Or how about why does America even give a rat's you know what about Israel? Oh, you know why? Because America and Israel are allies. But because America and Israel are allies and not allies with Iran, Tucker Carlson only cares about Israel being America's ally because he hates Israel. But he loves Iran. He loves the Qatar, claiming that Qatar is America's number one ally. Yeah, okay. Well, that seems to make a great deal of sense, doesn't it? The gaslighter is gaslighting us all considerably. Look, the Americans, they can do whatever they want. Trump is going to do whatever he wants. He's not controlled by anyone. And for Tucker to go around saying, well, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's not a suggestion. It's a fact, guys, that Bibi is running around his entire country. He's just running around yelling and screaming whenever he wants. Hey, I control Donald Trump. I control America. That's what Tucker's alluding to. Or not alluding to, actually saying. He's saying Bibi's going around and saying to people, I control America. I'm the one that's winning everything. I'm controlling Trump. I'm telling Trump what to do. When there is no evidence at all. And Tucker's going, it's a fact. And he's like, no, I'm not against Israelis or Jews, whatever that means. What do you mean, whatever that means? They're Jews. But of course, Tucker doesn't believe that the current Israelis are Jews. See, that's what I mean, guys. Tucker Carlson is not a good faith individual. And even Bibi Netanyahu's son responds by going, source, my Qatari handlers text me that. Seriously, Tucker just say any BS propaganda lie without any source of proof and expect everyone to believe him. Very similar to Candace Owens. I'm going to say the most provocative thing, even though it's a lie, and I'm going to get away with it. Heads, it works. Tails, it doesn't. And if it's just tails, it doesn't work. The worst that can happen is people just call me out on it. So I'm just going to keep rolling with the punches. You know, the thing is, Tucker has been doing this a lot longer than Candace has, so he knows. He knows what he's doing, and he's very, very good at it, even though he sounds like an actual lunatic. He's obsessed about Israel, Jews, and Netanyahu. He's been obsessed for the last 2 years, and he's being super biased. Netanyahu's son, my dad isn't running around the Middle East saying that, you know what, He can't go anywhere in the Middle East these days. In the Middle East, Muslim Arab leaders are his biggest enemies. Why would he tell them something that will be used as the best weapon against himself? It's like I would declare Tucker is running around saying to everyone he's Qatar's bitch. Source, trust me, bro. Exactly. So when you put it into a common sense sort of approach and you listen to what Tucker's saying, yeah, it makes a great deal more sense, doesn't it? Now, Nathan Livingston of Milk Bar TV came up with a brilliant 4-minute long video to show that Tucker Carlson is the textbook definition of what a gaslighter is. Have a watch.
Gaslighting is a term you might hear a lot.
And I can just sort of picture the scene in a lamplit room with a bunch of guys sitting around eating hummus, thinking about what do we do about this guy telling the truth about us? We must make him stop talking. And I wasn't on Twitter, but I kept getting texts from people like, oh, they're so mad at you about the hummus or something. Hummus. Since when is hummus Jew? It's an Arab food. I mean, the whole thing is so bonkers. And as someone who has zero interest in participating in any kind of boycott, much less against Israel, I'm just not interested. I'm happy, whatever, buy the hummus and use the software. I don't care.
Gaslighting is a form of manipulation where, over a long period of time, often months or years, a gaslighter slowly leads their victim to believe that they can't trust themselves. So they have to trust the gaslighter instead.
Supporting Israel because it's an ally.
I don't even know what those words mean. I think Israel's a great country that deserves our support, as I do.
And who is Israel that depends on the United States, that is a vassal state of the United States, supposedly, to say we don't care what the president of the United States wants in his foreign policy?
That's not the behavior of an ally.
They
I
both
don't know what that means to be an ally.
Here are the tactics the gaslighter might use. Denial.
When you said that Hamas is more like a political organization
Hamas seems more like a political organization
than a terror group.
I didn't say that.
Minimization.
Look, I never want to fight about Israel, ever. I'm actually pretty moderate on the subject, I think.
Projection.
But it is an obsession for Zionists in a very unhealthy way.
Put downs.
And it's actually the definition of craziness. You know, you like see things that aren't there.
Threatening.
But I didn't think there was a realistic possibility that my kids could be enmeshed in it. Now there is. And if they're threatening your children, I don't care what their justification is, they're your enemy.
These tactics are used day after day over the course of months or years. After being told hundreds of times that they're too dramatic, victims might slowly start to believe it.
I can sincerely say Jerusalem is probably my favorite city in the world. Well, it is, of course, my favorite city. There's no more amazing place than Jerusalem. I'd like to live there. Hardly against Israel. You know, someone who's really tried to avoid this topic and bears no animus toward Israel. I have a million interesting concerns, in fact, almost all of them, that have nothing to do with Jews or Israel, or like it's just not an obsession for me at all. I've become obsessed with Israel. I just want to get away from the topic. A lot of other things going on.
Here are a few ways to help you defend against gaslighting. First, keep a daily journal. Record what happens in your day, especially interactions with the gaslighter, so you can go back in the future and review events from your own perspective, rather than your gaslighter's perspective.
One of the things that I really object to now is this relentless focus on Israel, which, by the way, is a foreign country that I have nothing to do with other than having been a visitor there and really enjoyed it. And it's now at the center of the conversation in my country, when my country is degrading at high speed. We have a lot of concerns here. I just resent the kind of solipsism that pulls everything back to the concerns of a foreign country. Well, I don't think I'm obsessed with Israel. Israeli.
So many conspiracy theories on what's going on with Charlie Kirk. Israel assassinated him.
Let's say I got drunk and slept with some random girl and got caught doing it. I would probably deny it because I wouldn't want to be caught doing that, because it's an awful thing to do. And you do see it a lot online where everybody on, your X feed is talking about the Jews. How is that good? It's not good for the Jews. It's not good for anybody else. It's all kind of a species of mental illness.
To learn more about gaslighting.
So as Nathan Livingston's video quite clearly points out, you have the 5 signs of a gaslighter, or someone that is actually gaslighting you, right? And is it any wonder that so many people kind of feel like they're going crazy because the gaslighter is making them feel like they're going crazy, or they're the ones that are in the wrong? That's what Candace does. It's what Tucker does. Like saying these really provocative, crazy, insane statements that sound almost too good to be true. And they make you feel like the truth is wrong to actually believe, when the truth is the right thing to believe. If they are going around saying certain things, like I can pinpoint a number of crazy claims that Candace has made and even Tucker has made, and then all of a sudden they just twist it and make themselves out to be like, well, I didn't actually say that. You are the crazy one for thinking that I said that, even though we've got evidence to show the fact that they did actually say it. So denial, minimization, projection, put downs, and threatening. Threatening people, then you're putting them down consistently, projecting, then minimizing what you said, and then denying it flat out. Like that is textbook gaslighter. That's what Tucker does on a regular basis, especially when it comes to Israel, right? And what I just showed you at the very beginning by saying on one point, I'm not for regime change when it comes to Iran or for other countries, but I am pro-regime change when it comes to Israel, because Bibi needs to go. Bibi's going around and saying that I control Trump. He's going around the entire Middle East, apparently. Walking the streets and chanting and yelling, hey, I control Trump. I control the US. I am the big bad wolf. That's essentially what, not essentially, once again, is exactly what he's saying. And it's like, I'm watching this and thinking to myself, how in the world are people believing this? But then again, he's a gaslighter. And people are more inclined to believe someone that's gaslighting them than someone that's not, and actually telling them the truth. I look at consistency throughout, and I've said many times on this show that all you've got to do is look at someone's back catalog and follow them for a long period of time and listen to the things that they say, and you will pick up on whether or not someone is gaslighting you, whether or not someone is lying to you, the things that they've said before, and they've changed it, and they don't really have a good enough reason to why they're changing it, aside from the fact they just hate that, or they've got a difference of opinion at the moment, and it's not actually grounded in any kind of facts or reality. They're just thinking it. It's not healthy. It's actually a sickness and a mental illness. It's evil, is what it is. And if we're not careful, these people have millions of people following them, right? And if we're not careful, if we allow these people to continue sharing their dangerous opinions without people like myself or many others that do a fantastic job, like Nathan Livingston and Milk Bar TV, of revealing this is what Tucker's like, this is what Candace is like as well. They're bad faith. We shouldn't be listening to them. At least their opinion has no reason to control any of the discourse in our society. It's no wonder that Trump no longer listens to Tucker, and he's got no power anymore. It's like he just talks out of his backside and gets people to think, oh, woe is me. Woe is Tucker. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. And then the laugh. Oh, my goodness. The laugh is something else, isn't it? Kind of like an evil laugh, isn't it? Like an evil villain. Can't even do it because I don't even have an ounce of evil spouting from me, because I actually want to do good, believe it or not. Yeah, so that's the video, my friends. That's what I wanted to share with you today and explain for you all, because maybe you weren't aware, maybe you were, but hopefully it made a lot more sense for you today. But anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed. Be careful of the gaslighters. See you guys in the next video.